Assalamu alaikum, this is your brother Mohammad Arshad, and today I am in Liverpool and I'm actually visiting this place called Abdullah Quilliam Mosque, which is actually named after one of the first people to become Muslim from, I guess, the English people. And apparently this is one of the first masajid in the whole of the country as well. They're actually restoring it at the moment, so it's kind of going through this phase where it's looking for restoration and stuff. But I thought it was really interesting that someone from, I guess, an English background chose to become Muslim, I think in the 1800s. And the reason why it's interesting is because it's basically people going against society and everyone out there to do something completely different, right? And this requires real courage, real bravery, something amazing. And it's what the Sahaba and the early Muslims and anyone that followed a prophet had to do, because the society was a certain way, and then people came and they were actually telling them, the prophets were telling them to be another way, and then they had to go against the whole of society. This is something really difficult to do, but I just wanted to share some tips with you about how you can actually do this. Go against the grain, go against what society is saying, go against the norm, right? So the first tip I want to give you is that make sure what you're doing is pleasing to Allah and is in line with Islam. So if you're going to do something, make sure that you do it for the sake of Allah. Because if you do something right for the sake of Allah, sincerely for Allah, then you can never ever lose. So you're guaranteed to win. Even if things go wrong, you're still guaranteed to win, right? The second thing is to realize that there will be pain. The fact that you're going against other people, there's no doubt it's going to be hurtful, it's going to be difficult, because we're social creatures, we care about what other people think, no matter how bad they might be to us. So we have to realize that there's pain and we have to get ready for that. The third thing is to be empathetic. We need to realize that everyone is going through their own journeys, everyone's going through different things, and therefore we have to empathize with them. So rather than thinking, oh, what's wrong with these people? I'm trying to do the right thing for the sake of Allah and they're all against me and stuff. We need to be empathetic. We need to start thinking about what are the kind of things that they're going through, right? The fourth thing I'd say is actually to try and find common ground. Because a lot of the times I remember there's these friends I've got, they're really good friends, they're really passionate about each other, really good with each other on every single thing. But when it comes to Islam, because they're from different kind of ways of thinking about Islam, suddenly they split. So the unity is there all the way, but when it comes to Islam, they split. So really what you need to do is find common ground. Once you're empathetic, you find common ground, right? And then the next thing, obviously, is that once you're going against the grain, you need to realize that you have to be consistent. Because what's going to happen is that whatever it is you're going against is going to test you and test you and test you and test you. And you have to keep being persistent, because persistence overcomes resistance. And if you keep being persistent, keep making dua to Allah, keep trying to do the right thing, then eventually you will break through the barriers of the people, till you get to a point where today, Abdullah Quilliam is someone who celebrated. The masjid is something that, is so special to the Muslims in the UK, and therefore it changes the whole of history just by that one man's decision, So just like I said, for you to try and overcome the people, the first thing is to make sure that you're doing it for the sake of Allah. The second thing is for you to be empathetic. The third thing is to find common ground. The fourth thing is to be persistent, make dua to Allah, and inshallah you overcome the people and it will be something amazing for you, if not in this life, then in the next. Jazakallah khair for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.